Happy Thursday night to you, and welcome back to the channel. Been a little rainy here the last couple of days. Yesterday I saw some hail, pea-sized hail. I went a few miles away to buy some paint for my 1-to-1 Coupe de Ville that I'm putting together. And while I was gone, it really rained. And that was yesterday and a little bit today. So now we're back inside, and thought it'd be a good time to do this video. What I want to talk about tonight is a couple of cars that I built out of donor kits and resin bodies. They're both the same resin body, and they're both the same donor kit, but you'll see how much different they can be when you put them together. Now, I'd like you to subscribe, and if you like what you see, hit the like button, and I'll thank you very much for that. So let's turn everything around and see what we got. Okay, so this is the donor kit. Actually, there's two of them. I mean, I use two different kits. But this is what it is, the 55 Nomad. This particular one is not the oldest one that they made, and it's not the newest one that they've made. They got one with custom wheels and so forth. I'm not sure what they call it. But this is the donor kit, and I'll show you the two cars that I built out of this and two resin bodies. Okay, so I've got them both on there right now so we can see some of the differences between them. This one here does not have backup lights. This one does. Keep in mind, these were both the same resin kits when I got them, and I had to remove all those things. This chrome strip up here, the little stars, the belts on the hood, the bird, are not on this one. The body side molding is gone. Underneath the rear wheel here, this one has body lines, has some ridges in the body. Has some ridges down here that I removed. Door handles are gone. Again, these belts. This is a 55 front end from Model House. That's a 56 front end. Excuse me. The tailgates both have their nomad-esque trim on them. This bar right here that separates that glass, I took that off the other one. So it's got just one piece glass. Headlights are Frenched in here. Maybe I said that already. I'm not sure. That's got a custom headlight, I think. The tail lights are Frenched in on this one and not on that one. This is basically a stock car. This has got trim on the quarter panel. If you look at the other one that comes around, that's gone. This little eyebrow thing over the light is gone when I Frenched it in. So I cleaned the body all up on it. Took all the chrome off, except, like I said, the strips on the tailgate, because that's what makes it a Safari. That's what makes a Nomad. That's what makes a Safari a Safari. So this one here, this green and beige one, is a stock 55 Pontiac Safari, except the color. I don't know. The color's not right, probably. I had this paint here. That and the beige I had here, and I used it on the car. It looks very mid-50-ish in style. You can see the windows open on that one. The other car started out as a yellow, and I have some gold fleck or pearl that I put into the yellow, and it gives it this gold color that you see. I don't have a recipe for it, if you will. I don't mix when I mix the stuff. I don't write down exactly what I did. Because I'm in the middle of painting when I do it. I'm just adding things to get what I want. So there'll never be another color like that as far as I know. So that's how the two look different. Now, I think these are Flintstone bodies, Jimmy Flintstone bodies, I believe. But they were both 1955s. And Model House was able to supply me with the different trims for the front to make the different years. The 56, the trim on the side also came here and like this. So I was going to have to try to build that into the side of the car, which was not going to be an easy feat. The trim came down like this. I think it curved a little bit and it came up where these stars were. Instead of having those stars, it had trim there. Excuse me. So that's the difference between the 55 and 56 on the sides. So I cleaned this one all up, and that one has an interior. It went together reasonably decent. It was a little bit of a fight, as resin kits can be, but I did get the interior in that one. The gold one must have been cast a slight bit different on the inside. I could not get that Nomad interior in that car for anything. That's why it's got the black glass. That's why it's a slammer, and that's why it's customed, if you will, slightly customed. See, there's those backup lights that I took off the gold one. And because it looks the way it did and it turned out to be a slammer, they both have engines. You just can't open the hoods. But that one looks like a slammer, so I put it in a show out of my area, and that one brought first place in the slammer class, which I was pretty happy about. This one's got dual exhaust on the bumpers. That one did not. Now, until a little while ago, when I noticed that dual exhaust, I thought, hey, how did I do that? That's pretty sweet. Gave myself more credit than I should have because it's only got single exhaust. It's just these things are on the bumpers. These right here, they hang down on the bumper. They look like dual exhaust on the bumper here. So I gave myself some credit I wasn't supposed to have. But that's okay. It's a slammer. It didn't need to be complete underneath. If they put it in when you put them in a class, they don't judge anything except the outside of the car anyway. So the point being, two same donors, two same bodies, done completely different. And I just think that's kind of neat. Now I have the 57 resin body, 57 Safari resin body that also goes on the 55 Nomad donor, but that's completely different. It has a lot of different trim right here in this quarter panel. I think the taillight is oval shaped. The front end has bumper guards, but they're in a different place. But again, I have the Model House chrome trim for it, so I can complete the car. And that one I'll build stock. I have in mind, I have a salmon color with charcoal trim, which is 57 colors. And I think I have those colors, actual 57 colors. I'm not sure, but I think I have them. So that'll be a stock car. Now, also, Oldsmobile made one of these out of the full-size Oldsmobile 88. And I bought a resin two-door body that I've got to take between these taillights down through here out of the Nomad. The Nomad, the 55 Nomad, and then up along this top and around the window and graft it in place on that 57 Oldsmobile. Because they made one, Highline trim, just like these two, just like the Nomads. They're Highline trim cars. Called a Fiesta. And I've seen 2 or 3 online. One of them that I saw was pure white. Another one that I saw was white with a pink back end on it, which I like. I think I might do that. It's just kind of cool. That's going to be a little bit more work because I've actually got to cut both this car, not this one, but the Nomad and the Oldsmobile. I got to cut them out and put this in here. That's going to be a one-shot deal. Once those 2 cars are cut up, there's no putting them back together, So we'll see what happens with that. I think it's going to be fun, and hopefully I can make a success out of it. Now, Buick, I don't think made a 2-door wagon. I'm not sure. I have not seen one. I've seen things called a Caballero, but they seem to be all 4-doors that I've seen. And the only Oldsmobile I've seen was 57. Doesn't mean they didn't make it in 55 and 56, but I have not seen of one and I have not heard of one. So the point of tonight is what you can do with different kits. Same kits, different styles. And I like it. It makes things different, So I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I want to look. I think the bottom of this has probably got the single exhaust also. Yes, it does. But see, I did the bottom of these as though they were, complete cars. That's usually what I do because you're gonna flip it over. You want to see the bottom of the engine anyway, so you kind of got to put one in even though you can't open up the hood. In a couple seconds, we'll put these back in the display case. They go in my display, my diorama for the inside Autorama, inside car show with the fountain and all. If you've seen my videos early on, you'll know what I'm talking about. I also want to remind you that my channel will be changing the 24th, just the name. It's going to be Black Hat Model Cars. starting on Indy 500 Sunday, May 24th. YouTube says it's not going to change anything. We'll have to find out. I hope this is a nice, easy transition and you guys don't get confused and I don't lose you as subscribers. But we'll see what happens. So hang on while we put these two guys away. So this is where they go, in with the Nomads and the other two-door wagons that are going to be in here before we're done. Let's see if I can get this where it's supposed to be. Push them back in there a little bit. You can see the other Nomads that I have in the background. This guy actually, I put him back in here most of the time. So we'll push him back in where he belongs. So you can see I got the 55, 56, and 57 Nomads. Got a couple other two-door wagons that will be probably this Phantom in the front. We might bring that out sometime and talk about it. Again, that's something I had to do a lot of work. It's got a different top on it. It wasn't a real car, but we'll discuss that sometime maybe. So anyway, hope the rest of your week goes good. Have a good weekend. And I'm looking forward to getting back on this 1-to-1 Coupe de Ville that I got. Try to get that painted this week. We'll see what happens. Anyway, see you later. Thank you.